After a week of solo traveling through Massachusetts and Connecticut, I arrived in New York City, where I met up with a friend for the second half of my trip. I've been here once before, but it's been more than 6 years, and traveling somewhere I visited during a completely different time of my life always feels strangely nostalgic to me, even if it's a time I don't miss. It's hard to boil down everything I did here into two 5-minute videos, so I'll focus on the highlight and won't put too much emphasis on chronological order. There are a few things I was particularly excited about doing that I didn't do during my first visit, and right at the top of the list was going to the Friends experience. I only watched Friends for the first time in early 2021, but it quickly became my favorite TV show, and I've been watching it every year since. I love the theme of a tight-knit friend group of more or less regular people, combined with the 90s nostalgia and the New York City setting. To me, the storylines hit just the right balance between realistic everyday life of young adults mixed with absurd, sometimes silly subplots that make it the perfect comfort show. Oh, and the living arrangement is the cherry on top. Monica and Rachel's cozy eclectic apartment as the center of the action, Chandler and Joey's just across the hall, and the coffee house on the ground floor of the same building. By the way, my favorite character is Phoebe, and I think Lisa Kudrow did an amazing job bringing her to life. They're all great actors, of course, but I feel like she in particular is underappreciated. At the end of the tour, there's a Central Perk cafe, which you can visit even if you don't have a tour ticket. But please do yourself a favor and go on the tour if you're a fan. And also, don't miss out on visiting the apartment building on Bedford Street. We stayed in Manhattan this time around, but of course, we had to make a trip to Brooklyn. If you can arrange it, make sure to go there on the weekend to check out the flea market in Dumbo. I didn't buy anything, but it was fun to look around, and it's a beautiful neighborhood in general. We spent a few more hours in the area and, without planning, ended up crossing the Brooklyn Bridge right between golden hour and sunset. New York City has so many free popular sites, but one thing that isn't free that I'll probably still go to every time I visit is the Top of the Rock observation deck. The first time I was here, I did both Top of the Rock and Empire State Building, which I don't regret, but in my opinion, Top of the Rock is better because you have the skyline with the Empire State Building on one side and a view across Central Park on the other. Side note, I started running last year, so I took the chance to go for a run in Central Park on another day, and it was pretty epic. Something we almost skipped, but luckily didn't, was going on the Roosevelt Island tramway. It's a short ride, but it costs the same as a single metro ticket, so if you have a 7-day ticket, for example, it's already included. We didn't plan to go there at night specifically, but I'm not mad about it. That's it for now. I still have more to share from New York, so stay tuned for the final episode.